Procrastination is something we all face, but it's more than just poor time management. It's often driven by fear, overwhelm, or emotional avoidance. Left unchecked, it can sabotage goals, increase stress, and damage self-confidence. But the good news is, procrastination is not permanent. With the right tools and mindset shifts, you can break this cycle and take back control of your time and energy. We'll explore practical, proven techniques to help you overcome procrastination and build lasting focus and motivation. Today we will talk about overcoming procrastination with practical techniques. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Procrastination is a universal human experience, often misunderstood and underestimated in its impact. It is more than just poor time management or laziness. Procrastination is a complex, behavioral pattern rooted in emotional and psychological factors. At its core, procrastination is the act of delaying tasks despite knowing that this delay may lead to negative consequences. While putting things off occasionally is normal, chronic procrastination can lead to significant personal and professional setbacks, including stress, missed deadlines, damaged relationships, and lower self-esteem. Understanding procrastination and learning how to manage it with practical, evidence-based techniques is essential for anyone striving to live a more productive, fulfilling life. Understanding the psychology behind procrastination. To effectively overcome procrastination, it's crucial to first understand why it occurs. Psychologists often describe procrastination as a form of self-regulation failure, where an individual struggles to manage their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in order to achieve goals. One of the leading causes is emotional avoidance. When a task evokes feelings of boredom, anxiety, confusion, or fear, the brain seeks immediate relief by engaging in more pleasant activities, such as watching videos or browsing social media. This creates a temporary sense of comfort, but reinforces the habit of avoidance. Another factor is perfectionism, where the fear of making mistakes or not meeting high standards can paralyze action. Similarly, low self-efficacy, or the belief that one isn't capable of completing a task successfully, can lead individuals to delay starting altogether. In many cases, procrastination is a coping mechanism for deeper emotional issues, like self-doubt, imposter syndrome, or fear of judgment. Recognizing your personal procrastination triggers. Each person procrastinates for different reasons, and recognizing your specific triggers is the first step in overcoming them. Some may procrastinate when faced with tasks that seem too large or overwhelming, while others struggle when there is no immediate deadline or external accountability. Emotional states, such as stress, fatigue, or low motivation, often exacerbate the urge to delay. Identifying the types of tasks you tend to avoid, the thoughts that accompany those moments, and the emotional response involved can provide critical insight. Keeping a procrastination journal, where you record what you're avoiding, why, and how you feel, can uncover patterns that you weren't previously aware of, and make those tendencies easier to manage. The cost of procrastination. While procrastination may seem harmless in the short term, its long-term consequences can be severe. It leads to increased stress and anxiety, particularly as deadlines loom closer and the pressure intensifies. The guilt and frustration that follow unproductive periods can diminish self-esteem, creating a cycle of negative self-perception. Over time, chronic procrastination can erode trust from colleagues, professors, or friends, impacting professional and academic performance. It can also hinder personal growth, as delayed action often means missed opportunities and stagnant progress. Realizing the cost of procrastination, not only in lost time but in mental health, relationships, and potential, can be a powerful motivator for change. Setting clear and specific goals. One of the most effective ways to counter procrastination is by setting clear, specific, and achievable goals. Vague goals like start writing or get in shape are difficult to act upon because they lack direction and measurability. Instead, breaking tasks down into small, actionable steps creates clarity and momentum. For example, instead of saying work on the project, a better goal would be outline the introduction section by 11 a.m. Using the SMART criteria, goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound can turn overwhelming aspirations into manageable action plans. Clear goals eliminate ambiguity and reduce the emotional resistance that often fuels procrastination. Time management techniques that work. Poor time management is often blamed for procrastination, but it's actually a symptom rather than the root cause. Nevertheless, improving your time management skills can significantly reduce the likelihood of procrastinating. One of the most effective techniques is the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in focused 25-minute intervals followed by 5-minute breaks. This method capitalizes on the brain's natural ability to focus in short bursts while preventing burnout. Another useful approach is time blocking, where you assign specific time slots on your calendar for each task or category of work. This provides structure and encourages a sense of urgency. Task batching, grouping similar tasks together, can also improve efficiency and reduce context switching, which often leads to procrastination. Managing distractions and creating a productive environment. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are one of the most common contributors to procrastination. Digital interruptions like social media, messaging apps, or news alerts can break focus and derail your workflow. Creating a distraction-free environment is essential for productivity. This may involve turning off notifications, using website blockers like Freedom or Cold Turkey, and organizing your workspace to minimize clutter. Some people benefit from using focused music, noise-canceling headphones, or ambient background sounds to enhance concentration. Setting up designated work zones, physical or digital, can also signal to your brain that it's time to focus, helping you mentally shift into a productive mode. The power of routines and habits. Building strong routines and daily habits is one of the most powerful ways to overcome procrastination. Habits reduce the mental energy required to start a task because they become automatic behaviors over time. For example, if you develop a routine of beginning each day by writing a to-do list, reviewing your goals and setting priorities, you're less likely to fall into reactive or avoidant behavior. Starting small is key. Establish micro-habits, like opening your work document each morning or cleaning your workspace before you begin. These small actions serve as triggers that prime your brain for deeper engagement. The consistency of habits helps reduce decision fatigue and builds long-term discipline. Using accountability systems. Accountability is a powerful antidote to procrastination. Knowing that someone else is aware of your goals and expects progress can create a sense of urgency and responsibility. This can take many forms: working with a study or work partner, joining a peer accountability group, or even publicly committing to a goal through social media. Tools like Stick, Coach.me, or Trello can help track your progress and create visual reminders of your commitments. In professional settings, weekly check-ins with a manager or mentor can also keep you on track. The key is to make your intentions visible and your progress measurable so that avoidance is harder to justify. Reframing your mindset around tasks. Sometimes the way we think about a task is more daunting than the task itself. Cognitive distortions like catastrophizing. This will be a disaster. All or nothing thinking. If it's not perfect, it's worthless. Or self-labeling. I'm just lazy, can create unnecessary mental barriers. Practicing cognitive reframing, challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with constructive ones, can transform how you relate to your work. For example, shifting from "I have to do this" to "I choose to do this because it supports my goals" changes the narrative from obligation to empowerment. Techniques from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can be particularly useful for identifying and restructuring these limiting beliefs. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.